Hello to everyone! In today's video I want to propose to knit such a hat with Crescent pattern 3x3 for the 54 cm head volume. We need 5 needles number 2.5 for a rib and also 5 needles number 3 for the head for the pattern. Also we'll need one additional needle and one skein of Alize Lana Gold. If you like such a hat, join me and we will knit. We've cast 92 stitches on the needles number 2.5 and then we need a rib 2x2, 15 rows. We take the needles and knit first 2 knits, next 2 purls, again 2 knits, again 2 purls, so we need a row till the end, 2 knits, 2 purls, again 2 purls, again 2 knits, one purl, and we switch to the next needle. And knit the second purl, again 2 knits and 2 purls. So we knit till the end this row. Here is our thread. We knit here and starting the second row we knit again 2 knits and 2 purls, so we'll have 15 rows of our rib. We've knitted 15 rows of our rib, then we will knit our pattern. Our pattern consists of 6 stitches. Thus, the pattern repeats after every 6 stitches. It has also 8 rows. Then we take the needles number 3 and knit the first row of our pattern, adding a stitch to every knit stitch. We'll knit 2 knit stitches from 1. First 3 rows we knit knitwise. We take a needle and enter it into a stitch of a previous row and knit 1 knit stitch. Then we knit knits. Again we knit a knit stitch from a stitch of a previous row, and again knit knitwise. We knit knits where we have purls. Again we knit 1 knit stitch and 1 knit. Again we knit 1 knit stitch and 1 knit. Then we knit knitwise. Again we knit a knit stitch from a stitch of a previous row and a knit stitch. So we knit the row till the end. Thus the first row we knit knitwise and add stitches to it. Again we knit a knit stitch from a stitch of a previous row and a knit stitch. Again 2 knits where we have purls. Again we add a knit, 1 knit, again we add a knit, 1 knit, purls as knits. And 2 knits. Now we leave the needle number 2.5 behind and take the next needle. and knit in the same way as we did with the previous one. Thus we add a knit, one knit, we add a knit, one knit, two knits, again we add a knit, two knits, so we knit till the end of the row. Next 2 rows we knit knitwise. We've knitted 3 rows knitwise. Next we have the 4th row according to the pattern. We'll need an additional needle. We take off 3 knits to it. The first, the second, the third, we leave them in front of the work. Next we take the needle and knit 3 knits. The first, the second, the third. Next we knit 3 knits from the additional needle. Again the first, the second, the third, and again we knit the first, the second, the third. Again we take off 3 knit stitches in front of the work. And knit next 3 knits. You leave them in front of the work. Next 3 knits, the first, the second, the third, return, or you can knit from this, the additional needle, and knit 3 knits. So we knit that row till the end. Next 3 rows we knit knitwise. We've knitted 7 rows of our pattern. It's the 8th row of our pattern. Thus after the crescent we've knitted 3 more rows knitwise. And then the 8th row. We'll also need an additional needle for the 8th row. We take the needle and knit 3 knits. The first, the second, the third. Then we take the additional needle and take off 3 stitches to it, the first, the second, the third, and leave them behind work. Then we knit 3 knits, the first, the second, the third, and return stitches from the additional needle. The first, the second, the third. We knit them knitwise. Again we take the additional needle, the first, the second, the third, and leave them behind work. Then we knit 3 knits, the first, the second, the third, and return stitches from the additional needle, the first, the second, the third. We knit them knitwise. Again we knit this row till the end. Again we take 3 stitches, leave them behind work, we knit next 3 knits, then return to the left needle and knit them also knitwise. So we knit this row till the end. Having knitted the 8th row till the end, we see that we have 3 remaining stitches at the end and at the beginning. We take those 3 stitches of the main needle and take them on the additional needle. We leave them behind work. Then we knit next 3 knit stitches, knitwise, 1, this the second one, the third. Next we return those stitches to the left needle and then we knit our pattern from the first row. So we knit 3 rows knitwise. We take the main needle and knit knitwise. We knit our pattern to the top of the head and then we'll cast off the stitches. Here is the first row of our pattern. We knit it knitwise. So we knit our pattern till the length we need. We've knitted the main part of our head to the top. It's about 13 centimeters. Next, we'll cast off the stitches. It's the 4th row according to the pattern. I've knitted 3 rows knitwise. Now we'll cast off the stitches in the 4th row. We'll cast off the stitches in every crescent. Here we take off 3 stitches to the additional needle and leave them in front of the work. Then we take the main needle and knit 1 knit stitch. Those 2 stitches we turn and knit together. Then we return stitches from the additional needle to the main one. 3 stitches. And here we'll also cast off the stitches. First stitch is a knit. Then we knit next pattern. We take the additional needle again, leave stitches and knit the first knit stitch next to turn and knit together. Next we return. Also, and next 2 stitches knit also together. Again we've cast off 2 stitches. Next pattern, we'll also cast off the stitches in the next pattern. Thus we knit this row till the end, and 3 stitches we leave in front of the work. Next first knit stitch. Next 2 we turn and knit them together. We turn them for our comfortable knitting. Return 3 stitches to the left needle, the second, the third. We also cast off the stitches here. The first stitch you knit twice. Next 2 you turn and knit them together. So you knit this row till the end. All next rows are knitted knitwise. With next 3 rows we knitted knitwise after the first casting off, so it's the 8th row according to the pattern, and we'll also cast off the stitches. We take the needle and knit 2 stitches knitwise, as far as we have 4 stitches in our pattern. That's the crescent 2 by 2, 2 knits. Next 2 stitches you leave behind work. We'll leave them like that behind work, and again we knit 2 stitches together, the first 2 stitches and also next 2 stitches together. And we also have cast off 2 stitches here. Again we'll knit 2 stitches without the additional needle, thus we'll leave 2 stitches behind, and here are 2. Now we knit 2 together, and again 2 together, and again we've cast off 2 stitches. Again 2 we leave behind. Those 2 are here, and knit them together knitwise. Again 2 together, so we knit this row till the end. Thus we cast off the stitches step by step. After this casting off we knit 2 rows knitwise. We've knitted 2 rows after the last casting off, then we knit the next casting off. We turn 2 stitches and knit them together knitwise. Next 2 knits we knit together, the first, the second, again 2 knits together, two knits are knitted, again 2 knits together, we turn them and knit together. So we knit this row till the end, thus 2 knits together, then 2 knits are knitted. So we knit this row till the end. We've knitted 2 more rows knitwise. We'll have the last casting off in the next row. We take the needle and knit every 2 knits together, turn them and knit together, again turn them and again knit together, again turn them and again knit together. So we knit this row till the end. Next row we knit knitwise, and all the remaining stitches will be stretched through with a thread. Next row knitwise. We've knitted the last row, and now we cut off the thread. And next we will stretch this thread through the stitches. We'll need a crochet for this. We take off the stitches. We take off the needles from the stitches and stretch the thread. So we stretch the thread through all the stitches step by step. Next needle, we take off the stitches and stretch the thread. Next needle, we also stretch the thread. The last needle, we take off the stitches and stretch the thread. Next we tighten the thread and fix it from the reverse side. We take a crochet and tighten a thread. This thread we will cut off them and hide it. Our hat is ready. You can decorate it with a fur bob or a bob made from this thread. It's up to you. If you like such a hat, like this video and join to my channel. Bye to everyone.